How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout, the YouTube show where you subscribe for the latest and greatest updates in the cryptocurrency world. Zilliqa, a lot of you have been requesting for me to make a video about Zilliqa, and I figured it's pretty relevant to the conversation about scalability, and Zilliqa really does pose a pretty original perspective when it comes to the overall place that it holds in the cryptocurrency space. Of course, at the time of making this video, Zilliqa is of the top performers at any current moment. It's always cool to look at who's taken away the most gains at any particular time, and of course, Zilliqa is not no exception to the rule like any other cryptocurrency that has been seeing that sort of upward mobility and sort of maintaining and hopefully building upon the gains that we were seeing later on and earlier this week. And so when we talk about Zilliqa, we have to talk about the successful test nets that they've done, the main net, and of course where we can expect Zilliqa to go in the near future. We've got a collaboration with Mindshare is a win for ZIL in the long run. This was an interesting article as well that basically gives us an idea of what we can expect Zilliqa to be doing as far as making a lot of these different moves. We've successfully collaborated with Mindshare on a live advertising campaign in Southeast Asia. #blockchain has great potential in making more transparent more transparent advertising, finding the results to be shared within the coming months. This is a big deal and could play a huge role in opening up the adoption of Zilliqa for starters. Mindshare is a major player in the advertising world. The company is a global media agency network with revenues upward of 34.5 billion with a B. Then that means this with collaboration with Zilliqa, the number of advertisers paying for adverts in ZIL could shoot up on the strength of Mindshare's market dominance. Always interesting things happening when you look into any one of these different cryptos. I always find something that really just makes my eyes bulge out of their heads, and Zilliqa is definitely a very interesting cryptocurrency that I've been paying attention to. I've been looking into this crypto for quite some time, as long as their existence, essentially. And it is one of those cryptos that you can't help but turn your head and pay attention to it for a lot of different reasons. And of course, mainnet launched. This is something that really we have to talk about. That's probably one of the key reasons why I made this video. At the start of each DS epoch, all mining candidates will run a proof of work algorithm cycle for 60 seconds window in order to compete and join the Zilliqa network nodes. So enough of this technical jargon. I'm sure you're all pretty well versed on. Of course, the Vicos epoch is solely for distributing the coin. Of course, rewards to all nodes, processing of the upgrade mechanism. This is definitely an interesting crypto proof of work algorithm. Zilliqa is using Ethash for its POW algorithm. Hence, Zilliqa uses DAG in its proof of work algorithm that is generated. And it's definitely interesting to see each DS epoch, and of course bootstrap DAG size with it will be roughly 1.02 GB. So it is interesting to see a cryptocurrency like this getting its getting its attention, getting its publicity. In particular, I think we'll be seeing a lot of cryptos getting this attention. Of course, at the current time, we've got the market cap where it is at 180. Bitcoin's value now standing at 5,166, which is pretty cool. Ethereum at 167. I wish that the prices could go back to where they were at the beginning of the week so that I could pick up more of these projects, because I mean, we've got Litecoin's value pretty much tripling, Bitcoin taking, still managing to hold on at those various different levels. So I mean, it just goes to show you, people who are ahead of the game by 1 week have a lot fatter bags for a lot cheaper price than people who are waiting and seeing. So I mean, although I do employ the wait and see sort of strategy pretty often, this is why I spend hours every single day just reading white paper, doing my research into these things, because my philosophy in the cryptocurrency space is that if you're up to date on what's actually happening with any given moment in the cryptocurrency space, because you've done your own research, then essentially you're not going to get bulldozed under by the crowd. But of course, I mean, all things considered, we do have a pretty long stretch ahead of us as well. Who knows, perhaps one day we will return to those levels before we never see them again. Of course, in cryptocurrency, it's all pretty unpredictable. All we can do is we make our preparations, but at the end of the day, it's all going to be determined by variables that are outside of any of our individual control. But this article is interesting right here. Zilliqa project update, end of bootstrap phase. There's a lot going on in Zilliqa pipeline. As always, the highlight, as you might have read about in our Twitter and community channel announcements, is that we have come to the end of the bootstrap phase. We would like to take this opportunity to thank the growing community for their support during this time. It is truly, of course, these are their words, not mine. But during this phase, we worked through some issues which are to be expected for a new large-scale decentralized network, and that's the key word right there, is decentralized. We have taken measures to resolve issues and improve the overall quality of the Zilliqa platform. What comes after the bootstrap phase? People have already begun to use the network to process transactions. Miners can start to transfer their tokens to other accounts. Community developers can begin trying out payment services. So, I mean, Zilliqa experts in Forbes. So, I mean, this is definitely one of those cryptos that's an interesting rock to peek under, especially when we are always constantly forced to talk about the various different moves that are being made by the establishment, and essentially where we can expect them to go in terms of how these decentralized cryptocurrencies are really going to be getting their day in the sun. But of course, in other news, we've got this article right here: Bitcoin passes 5,000 SEC, doubles down on crypto, Binance DEX nears. I'm not going to read it, but it's an interesting article. How Asian crypto funds outperformed their U.S. peers by staggering 20x. This is an interesting article. It sort of gives you an idea of the parts of the world that stand to gain. Now, of course, while other Western nations are usually sleeping on these new technologies, but I mean, this comes as no surprise. The researcher at Hong Kong-based financial services firm Sparta Capital said the Asian crypto funds performed 20 times better than their high signaled U.S. peers. He stressed that their performance in the first quarter of 2019 went up despite low social media coverages. Adding those funds were raising on better fundamentals. I mean, this tweet right here is also worth mentioning. There are more than a handful of crypto funds in Asia that don't care about your Medium post, Twitter threads, crypto narratives, and it's, of course, I mean, it is interesting to see how the crypto space has been sort of divided at this juncture. But I'm pretty bullish on what we can expect to see from Zilliqa. Of course, let us know what you guys think. Definitely comment down below, letting us know what you think about Zilliqa. Always interested in hearing your comments. And of course, make sure that you guys connect with us on our Twitter. That's at CryptoTuber. As always, interested in hearing what you guys have to say. Very exciting stuff happening in the cryptocurrency world, and I'm definitely excited that we've been able to build this community, and there's no other place that I'd rather be. But yeah, in conclusion, I'm pretty excited to see where Zilliqa is and how they've come so far. And of course, if you guys have any suggestions for future videos, make sure that you include that in the comment section down below. We'll make sure to oblige. But all that being said, of course, remember this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Of course, I'm not your dad. Of course, make sure you do your own resources when it comes to these things. But yeah, all that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I think we've done a lot of good here, covered a lot of interesting ground. But all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.